Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bridget.
And I'm Wendy.
And this is Flickin' Beans. I am recovering from vacation.
Yeah. How was it?
Well, I'll tell you that it was for my brother's wedding, and everyone is coupled up except me. Everyone tans except me. Couldn't sit by the pool like it was my job 8 hours a day. So I drank a lot. I took selfies and gave hugs to all the bartenders. And tips. My parents don't tip. They're like, everything is free. They're only really making minimum wage. Mm-hmm. They appreciate that. In all the information that I read about going to an all-inclusive resort, la-di-da, you want to tip everyone that does something for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I didn't prepare for the first time that I went because I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
It was also for a wedding. And then when I got there, I was like, oh crap, I don't have that much cash. I tipped as much as I could, but I felt bad. So the next time I've gone, I always get a bunch of ones.
I think I took 150 or 160, and some of them were fives, and I left a $5 every day for the housekeeping. I tipped $1 for every drink and for the food. But yeah, we were at a French restaurant there, and my dad was like, it's free. And my mom famously is not a big tipper either. Overall, traveling alone, it's not bad, except for there really wasn't anything else to do.
Yeah.
That didn't cost another amount. Mm-hmm. You know, like doing things in the water. And yeah. I really wanted to see Chichen Itza, but it ended up like a 12-hour day. I met so many Canadians.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I love Canadians. They were all from different areas of Canada. Just like Iowa, they want to go someplace warm in the winter because it's freaking frigid there. And none of them had heard of Letterkenny.
What?
Wait, one. But see, that's our impression of Canada, maybe.
I guess.
It's a small town in the show.
I mean, it's a Canadian show, though. The creators, they're all Canadian.
Yeah.
And it started in Canada. So that's funny. But maybe it didn't take off there like it did here.
Oh, it really is awesome.
Oh, I love it. Midwestern Americans and the Canadians on that show are like the same.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. We have exactly that collection of people in our own towns.
Yeah. So you brought us some coffee all the way from Mexico.
I sure did, from my fancy resort room.
This almost has like a anise. Is that how you say it?
Ew, I don't like anise.
Or something.
I don't like anise either.
I hate that it's called anise, and I always thought it was called anise.
Yeah.
Because I never heard anybody say it. I just read it. Uh-huh. And then somebody was like, no, that's not how you say it. And I'm like, well, it sounds better if you say anise.
A nephew, even.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I have a Denise cousin, and that's my dad's joke. It's a dad joke. Denise and the nephew.
Oh, gotcha.
So, and she has when her younger brother was born, then he became the nephew, even though that's not his name.
All in all, I liked just kind of being free to do what I want. And I was very outgoing meeting people, but I wasn't necessarily brave enough to, try to find something else to do.
Yeah.
We did karaoke a couple times, and after my brother's wedding, everybody was dancing. I happened to have brought a dozen folding fans.
Oh, yeah.
And because I thought, A, I thought the wedding was going to be on the beach. B, I didn't know that Cancun was windy AF. And so I just left them in my room because we didn't need them. But at karaoke, everybody, after they had singing, they had dancing. And everybody was dancing, and we were all getting sweaty. Like my brother unbuttoned his shirt and was totally wet with sweat. So I ran back to the room and got the fans. It was so fun. Everybody was dancing while they fanned.
Oh, cute.
Fanning everybody else, doing little fan dances.
Did you jump in the pool?
What?
Oh. I thought maybe you might have jumped in the pool. I did that.
With a fan?
No.
Oh.
Like the wedding party.
Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so pretty, and I cried the entire time.
Yeah.
And I took a bunch of pictures. At one point, after they were announced man and wife, my brother puts his fist in the air, like he's so, happy.
Like Breakfast Club.
Yes! Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I don't know why. It just seemed pretty awesome to capture that moment. Mostly it was a really expensive pool pass. The other part that kind of bummed me out was you had breakfast and then everything closed until lunch and everything closed until dinner. You know, whatever, 8 hours a day I was drinking. But I did go in the pool. The swim up bar, nobody wanted to use that pool. They wanted to sit on the steps at the kiddie pool. They steered clear of the swim up bar because that pool was normal pool temperature. Ooh, it's too cold. And I'm just like, okay, but this is why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to those places so you can swim up to the bar.
Yes.
Right?
On the beach, there was a little bar tiki hut thing with swings for seats because it was over the sand. I get that. You'd be all wonky in a chair. But the swings were a little low for me. So I felt like a little kid reaching up to the bar. Overall, it was an experience I've never had. And it would have been fun to go with somebody or to have someone in my family want to do something besides sit at the pool. Yeah, so that's why we are doing
Vacation movie.
Vacation, all I ever wanted. It is sad that I'm this old and I've never really had a trip like that. You put your lower lip out like you were sad for me.
Well,
It is sad.
yeah, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that realization was sad more than it's actually sad that you haven't.
Oh, they're all come back, come back. And I would, but it's freaking expensive.
We were looking at music festival tickets. Hinterland. We were gonna take the RV, and it was like $1,000 to camp.
What?
That's just the camping.
What?
Okay, and then you have tickets, which they raise the prices by a lot. This is gonna cost us like $3,000. We could go to Mexico for that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
So,
you could.
I'm not doing this. Things have gotten out of control.
I also bought a package. I think if I did things separate, like arranged my own flights, who wants to go through that immigration again?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in Costa Rica, but it was nuts.
Yeah. Cancun airport is wild.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah.
there's so many people coming in and out.
Yeah. I happened to get on a flight with my parents. And when we got there, my mom was all, I need to find a bathroom so I can change into shorts and change my shoes. And I was like, okay, bye. I'm going to wait in this line. And I didn't see him again until dinner time.
Yeah. One of the times we went to Mexico, Joel had to be in, he didn't have to, but he had hurt his back and was walking with a cane. So they put him in a wheelchair. And then that let us skip the line.
Awesome.
And I was like, I feel kind of bad because we can walk, but he's hurting and they're letting us skip. So I'm going to take advantage.
Okay. You picked some good movies.
Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. I wanted to watch that
It's
because
so
I
good.
love it. I saw it for the first time on the plane when we were going to Mexico to the resort, and I had forgotten how good it was. I had remembered that I really liked it, but didn't remember very many of the details.
Like the subplot.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until a couple minutes in that evil mastermind was actually Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
In a lot of makeup and
She was allergic to the sun.
very white.
Yes. Her villain origin story is that she was allergic to the sun. And they made her shrimp princess or something.
Yes. The shrimp princess flashback.
It started out with that little boy singing along on the paper route, and I was
Barbara
like,
Streisand.
yeah, I don't remember any of this. What is this? And it's going into a secret lair, and I didn't remember
was
any of that stuff.
great.
Tori.
Yeah. But at first, I was like, wait, am I watching the right movie? Okay, well, I don't really remember this part because the rest of it's so funny. In my notes, I wrote, what up, paper boy? I like that Barbara Streisand song, too. When she offers them a drink and she says, I'm going to have a suicide.
Oh, yeah.
And literally a fountain pop machine raises up, kind of like the TV we always want. Yeah.
I would rather have a fountain.
And then we flash to Barb and Star. Great
Short for
Midwestern.
Starba.
Starba?
Starbra.
Stop.
Yeah, she says that at one. Barb, just Barb. And Star goes, Star, short for Starbra.
So they're both Barb.
Yeah.
Starb.
Yeah.
Their accent is Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Yeah, Midwestern somehow. Very exaggerated. They're exactly like what you think of when you think Midwestern mom type. It's weird because like I'm probably close to that age, and I'm a Midwestern lady, my 40s. I don't identify with that at all.
You don't have dress culottes?
Maybe.
They were just so exuberant.
I love it.
When we first see them, they're sitting on one of their couches talking, having coffee. But then you realize they actually work in a furniture store. That's their couch, and they won't sell it.
Yeah.
Where will they sit? There's 1,000 other couches in that store.
Literal furniture store. I like when
literally.
Should we fart on it? Let's fart on it.
Yeah.
So that no one would buy it.
So, they even host Thanksgiving at the store. That came out. Yeah. You what? I think that's brilliant. I would too. You could invite a lot of people.
You would have plenty of seating.
So they get fired basically for that nonsense.
Well, the store shuts down.
So they're out of a job, both of them, even though one of them wasn't even working that day. Just there.
Yeah, they didn't even know who was supposed to be working. Sorry, you weren't supposed to come in today. She's like, oh, sometimes I just... And then she's like, oh, I thought it was your day to work. So they're just not even clocked in.
Oh my gosh. That's a good female friendship between those two.
And they live together in twin wicker beds.
Yes. One of the characters says, I like looking at wicker, but I don't like sitting on it.
Yeah, that's one of the talking groups.
Oh, right. Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah.
What a bit.
Definitely been in those situations where the conversation is that bad too. They call it talking group. They don't even try to like make it book club.
I know. It's like a book club, except there's one very bossy hostess.
Yeah.
Didn't they have to draw the topic out of a jar?
Yes, and you're not allowed to talk about anything but the topic.
That is so loserly. That's not good. Why did they even belong in that club?
I don't know. They're bored.
I mean, why did they even make that club?
The woman that was running it was awful. Oh, and the hot dog soup.
Hot dog soup. And you don't get any soup now.
Yeah.
Because you varied off the talking topic. Hot dog soup. That's Midwestern.
Ugh.
It is.
It's so gross looking.
Oh, I'm sure.
What? They show her pouring it, and it's even grosser than I was thinking. It looked like oatmeal with chunks of hot dog in it.
Gross.
So I'm not sure if it's also pureed hot dog, and that's the...
It's cream of hot dog
cream
soup.
of hot dog, but there was also whole pieces of hot dog in it.
Can I say another thing from Cancun?
Okay.
I was looking up different menus for where I could eat. One of them under soup, one thing, and it was cream of the day. What? I don't even want to ask. Cream of the day. So one of the characters said, I feel like I got a soul douche. Did Costa Rica make you feel that? I feel like probably better.
In some ways, that trip was definitely like a life-changing trip, I would say. I don't know. My soul...
Your soul got douched.
I don't know what getting douched feels like.
I don't
I've never
either.
actually done it, so...
When they were packing their suitcases.
Oh, yeah.
Overpacking.
We shouldn't have brought that rope.
It's so ridiculous, the things. I mean, we've all done it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we pack things we never even touch.
You think you're going to be a different person on vacation.
Totally.
You think you're going to read like 5 books in 4 days. Yeah, you're going to need all these different outfit changes.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it too.
Oh. I brought so many swimsuits. Just thinking I was going to parade around. But I got a little sunburnt the first day. So the second day I was like, I'm going to stay out of the sun today. And then the next day I hung out at the pool for like 20 minutes and I was done. Oh, you know how the woman named Trish story that they come up with?
Yes.
And then at the end, isn't the mermaid named Trish? Yes.
And it's Reba McEntire?
Yes. Bye, I'm Trish. Trish was such a fun character that they created. They just went on and on.
Yeah, Trish is the kind of person. Oh, yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the things that they said now, but...
When you've been on a plane, though, there are no people talking. Mm-mm. And that would be so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even handle people's conversations at the airport. I just wanted to be like, shut up. You're the naggiest wife ever. Plus, I'm always eavesdropping.
Oh, yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Not even like purposely, but sometimes purposely. A lot of times people don't realize I can see their phone when I'm behind them.
Uh-huh.
And like, especially if you have it on large print. I remember like being able to like read people's emails as they were going through in the seat in front of me. I'm like, you might want to be careful about that.
I had a guy sitting next to me on my first flight, and he could not put his phone down. And I glance over and he's doing nothing. He's scrolling. He's just opening an app and closing an app and just kind of assessing all of his features on his phone.
Would you want to talk about the love interest?
Yes.
Who is Christian Grey?
Oh, that's right.
Edgar. At first, he is the evil lady's like not official boyfriend.
Sure.
They can't be official until he does the
More
evil
like
deed
her
for him.
lackey.
Yeah. So he's all obsessed with her, which is funny because it's Kristen Wiig that he falls in love with later. So it's the same person.
You're right.
You're like, he has a type. Yeah, their relationship is really fun. And the actor himself, this redeemed him for me because I was like, I'm not sure I like this actor, but I think I just didn't like Christian Grey.
True, me neither.
Because he was actually pretty funny in this. Even though he's the straight person, kind of.
Uh-huh.
He had some good lines. And
the song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so great.
Yeah.
He's actually singing it.
Oh, awesome.
That ranks right up there with the Kens
Yeah.
from Barbie. I watched just the song again this morning.
Yeah.
Like climbing a tree. Hello, seagull. Oh my God. Kicking the sand with his feet. Ah, it was so funny. The piano player, all he sang about was boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was Richard Cheese.
Yeah. He's like a
Dick Cheese?
he's a semi-famous musician, and this is his thing.
He sings about boobs?
He does this lounge singer style, and then he does dirty songs with it. He's just talking about boobies.
Meanwhile, they're at the bar.
Barb and Star meet Edgar at the bar. At the bar?
At the
Barb
bar.
and Star? Maybe I am Barb.
Barb and
'Cause I said
Star meet
bar.
at the bar.
I was wondering if I ever say anything like that. Apparently bar is one of them. Yeah, and they have that huge drink.
Oh,
Together.
yes. Treasure
And-
chest.
Yeah, and that bartender's like, did you get to the bottom and you find the treasure chest? They're like, yep. Did you take the pills? And they're like, yeah, one each. You're like, which is so
Great.
Well,
Why not?
why not?
How do you keep pills intact
You
in a submerged?
Barb and Star come off as being very timid and innocent in a lot of ways. Naive for sure.
Yes.
So it's just funny that they're like, yeah, let's take a pill.
Now they're on drugs.
And they had a great time and a threesome.
When he leaves, what a nice man. No two girlfriends can share a man, at least not for very long. Can't help but compete for the guy's affection. And they kind of did, but the other one wasn't mad at all.
They did initially. They both were like kind of taken with him.
Sneaking around.
Yeah. But Barb, she secretly goes to see him, but then she's like, you know what? I'm just not really into this. And then she kind of gets over it. And if that had just been a conversation, then the movie wouldn't have happened. But
True.
like so many things, you have to keep the lie up for all the other stuff to happen. But I loved their trying to be sexy parts. And he opens the door and Kristen Wiig is like laying on the concrete.
She goes, at one point, you've been pleasuring me a lot lately. In that last position, your dong went really deep. I think your dong went all the way up and touched my heart.
So sweet.
I know.
Also, that's a long dong.
It is a long dong. Wow. Wow.
Congratulations,
I
Mr.
know. I know. Listen, I know that feeling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your heart's been touched by a dong.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Many a dong. Woo-hoo! Coffee break. Let's talk about our beans.
Hey Bean Flickers, have you followed us yet? We are on Instagram and Facebook at Flickin' Beans Pod. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review.
Ding dong. It's Dick Cheese. I'm sorry, Richard Cheese.
Big Richard and Richard the Culottes, how they saved their life at the end. That was so perfect. So they fell off or had to jump off a cliff, and then their culottes are like parachutes.
Sure they are.
And they were great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they were really like Thelma and Louise. Great friends on an adventure.
Having a suicide pact.
Ride or die.
The face says a lot about how someone looks. I wrote that down.
I think it was Star. She did have a husband and he left her. His name is Carmine. And she goes, Carmine has a toe fetish and Dina has huge toes. Mine stopped growing when I was 2. They're like little corn kernels.
Can relate.
Oh, yeah, you
I
have
have
little
tiny
toes and feet.
I think it's why I don't have good balance. It would make more sense if I was like really short, but I'm not.
All right, moving on to Couples Retreat. I love me some Jason Bateman.
Yeah, this was a very star-studded cast.
Kristen Bell, I love her too.
Vince Vaughn.
So the gist of the movie is Jason Bateman and Kristen Bell are having marital problems. And Jason Bateman is the king of PowerPoint presentations. They're like, we don't want to see another presentation on ball cancer. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. But they get this group rate. And they beg and coerce their friends into going. The other couples think, oh, okay, we'll just be able to enjoy the resort while they have their couples therapy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's mandatory. And then they meet Stanley with a C.
Right.
But it's pronounced Stanley, not Stanley. And he is a taskmaster.
I thought that I hadn't seen this, but when I watched it again, I realized I had. I still really enjoyed it. It's really funny, and also there's a good representation of different kinds of couple problems. And in the 4 couples, you know, you have the Jason Bateman and Kristen Bell who are make PowerPoints about their marriage. So, you know, that's already like so romantic. And then you have the Charlotte from Sex and the City. She's married to
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, the chef.
Yeah.
I'm just naming other movies they've been in, I guess.
Right?
And they're cheating on each other. And then
one from Bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah, the sister from Bridesmaid.
And she is married to Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And then the guy whose wife just left him, what is he, like 30, 40 years old? And she's like 18. She's there to party.
Yeah. Their relationship's kind of sweet, though.
Daddy.
I call all my boyfriends daddy.
Right?
But she does like really seem to genuinely like him. And when you're dating someone that's in a different place in their life, it's not going to work out for the long term.
No, but you can always learn something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you like that everybody was happy in the end? Or did you feel like they wrapped it up too neatly?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah, sometimes it bothers me.
Oh, okay.
When the movie's too buttoned up. I realize it's a movie and it's not real life, but like one of those couples didn't make it.
Right.
Somebody would have left there alone.
If that would have happened, then that would have been kind of open-ended. Guitar Hero battle. That was awesome. Because
so random.
he in his job, he created Guitar Hero. So obviously he can take anybody on. Stanley was pretty good. Vince Vaughn had some moves, throwing the guitar around his shoulder. It's fun. You don't hear that much about Guitar Hero anymore, but it was a super trend.
It was a thing. I had roommates that had it. I found myself coming home on my lunch break to play it and stuff.
That's fun.
And then I was like, this is starting to become a problem a little bit.
It's like Tetris. It gets in your head.
Yeah.
And
you
all
try
you
to go
see
to
are these dots coming at you.
Try to go to sleep and it's like in your eyes, you just see the game coming at you.
There were so many crazy couple building activities.
Yeah.
The yoga scene. Apparently Kristen Bell kept breaking character, trying not to laugh so hard during the yoga scene. So I might like to see that again.
Yeah.
Just to see.
He is in a Speedo, putting himself in sexual positions with everyone.
Right.
And teabagging them, basically.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a yoga teacher touch you unannounced? I have. It doesn't really bother me, but like thinking about it now, I'm like surprised that he felt comfortable doing that.
Oh, a man?
Yeah, it was a man.
Yeah, no.
A woman has done it too. Yeah, I was thinking about one teacher in particular. He would come around and like adjust your pose without asking. And at the time I was like, that's fine. But now I'm kind of like,
no, because yoga is very personal and you have to meet yourself where you're at that day or in your fitness journey. But if I'm doing something funny, you know, they might say, lift up your head.
Well, basically I think this kind of yoga teacher does exist is what I mean.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
the
not-
one who did Bikram
Bikram
yoga.
yoga. Mhm.
That guy was in a Speedo all the time. What about the part in the movie where they are sent out into shark-infested waters with chum buckets? Come on.
I know.
That was great.
It's just lemon sharks.
Yeah, they won't bite hard.
They didn't bite any. Although Vince Vaughn, he's like, have you been bit by a shark? And he shows his thing. It's obviously a scrape, not a bite.
Uh-huh. Goodness, I love it.
Could convince myself I got bit by a shark too.
At least it's not a jellyfish.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared of jellyfish.
I
I got stung
know.
by one when I was a kid.
What's it feel like?
Terrible. It feels like burning, almost like getting like a chemical burn.
Ooh, I'm sorry that happened to you. If it happens again, I will pee on you.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, does that just take everything away?
I don't know. I've heard both that that's a myth and that it's true.
I bet it's a myth.
Yeah. I don't know why it would work. Something about the ammonia? I don't
You
know.
tell me. You're the expert.
I'm not the expert. I'm just the expert at telling you stuff will kill you in Australia.
Right? Oh, what about those fish that'll swim up a penis?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder, well, your urethra's so much smaller when
Right?
you're a woman, so I wonder if you can get a whole fish in there, but it's still terrifying.
A whole fish in there.
Stop.
They have to be tiny. And why
super tiny.
why do they head for that? Head for that.
Don't know.
Gross.
But yeah, I've heard that even like if you're really unlucky, they'll swim right up the pee stream. You don't have to actually be in the water.
It.
Yeah.
It's because you're peeing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dudes, don't do that. Goodness, and don't skinny dip. Because someone will take your clothes.
Right.
Um,
If we've learned anything else
right.
from watching all these movies, it's that.
Oh, I do have one fun fact about Couples Retreat. The resort in Bora Bora is real. It's the St. Regis. It was where they filmed. They have a channel that plays this movie over and over. How fun is that?
That is fun.
They embrace it.
Yeah. I would like to go somewhere where you can see fishes through the floor. They had those villas on the water. Someday I would like to do that. Maldives, Fiji, those kind of places seem to have them, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Plans made. I have luggage now, so let's go. I got nothing else to spout off. Did we do it?
I think we did.
We flicked some beads.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Party.